100 times we gonna have a good time. 1,000 hands up to the sky. We gon' get toasted tonight. Can't let it fade. We got a sparkle in our eyes. Can't let it wait. I'm counting down until we start. We're renegades. We come to play. Yeah, we play hard. 100 times we gonna have a good time. 1,000 hands up to the sky. We gon' get toasted tonight. I've been feeling it all day. I wanna let it go. I wanna lose control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna dance with you under the light. I toasted a wild. I toasted a good life. I toasted the lovers. A toast to you and I. I toasted a wild. To you and I. To you and I. I'm on the edge. Feels like I've been walking on ice. Wanna let everything go and feel alright. When I hear the drums and the heartbeats, sweat drip down our bodies. Oh, I know we're living. 100 times we gonna have a good time. 1,000 hands up to the sky. We gon' get toasted tonight. I've been feeling it all day. I wanna let it go. I wanna lose control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna dance with you under the light. I toasted a wild one. I toasted a good life. I toasted the lovers. A toast to you and I. I toasted a wild one. To you and I. To you and I. I feel the party coming on, and I know you'll come along when you hear it in your ear. Yeah, I know you're feeling the way we're moving. Nothing can stop it. We gon' win on the end. I've been feeling it all day. I wanna let it go. I wanna lose control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna dance with you under the light. I toasted a wild one. I toasted a good life. I toasted the lovers. A toast to you and I. I toasted a wild one. To you and I. To you and I. I toasted a wild one. I toasted a good life. I toasted the lovers. A toast to you and I. I toasted a wild one.
Good morning, millennials. Just felt like giving a little extra
Good.
oomph, you know?
A little extra good.
A little extra. Ooh. Oh, wow.
A
That
little
was,
extra good for Good Friday.
that was beautiful. Wait, I'm sorry. Did you hear that? Ooh. I'm just shocking myself with my vocal abilities these days.
Happy Friday, everyone. We did it.
Happy Lover Day. It is indeed a very happy Friday. It is just a bright, sunny, beautiful day in New York.
It couldn't be gloomier.
It couldn't be gloomier. And last night, it was, if anyone was outside during like the 10 minutes of there was a hurricane.
Monsoon season.
Monsoon season. I was stuck outside. Oh my God, what a waste of a good blowout.
100%. I got inside right before the torrential downpour, but everyone like came into the party soaking wet. I was like, are you looking for a hug?
It was actually really nice everyone came into the party soaking wet because no one was looking for a hug. I already hate hugging people I see like pretty often. It's like I don't feel the need to
And
give
dry people?
Yeah, I don't feel the need to give like everyone a hug when I see them. I saw you last week. Like it's
No.
just like, hey, how are you?
I completely agree.
So I was like, I'm wet. I can't.
And I really think that handshakes are underrated.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I would love a good handshake, walk into the party, boom, boom, boom.
But underratedly,
good.
I feel as though it's a bigger transfer of germs and bacteria handshakes.
Perhaps, but you can wash a hand. Also, people don't talk about when you hug someone, like my makeup gets all over
Their
their shirt.
face,
So
yeah.
like I try and push my head away, but then I look like
Rude.
so mean.
I've also never given a man a hug and not had my hair get stuck in their beard. Does that happen to you guys too?
Oh my God, no, that's never happened.
Yeah, that happened to me last night. And
Oh,
I was
my
like,
God.
oh, sorry.
Who were you hugging, Snatchler?
It's like some random person. Some random person.
Who were you hugging, Snatchler?
Nobody.
With a beard. Okay.
No, it's like I go in for a hug, and as I'm pulling away, like strands of my hair get caught in like their stubble and beard. It happens to me like 9 out of 10 times. That's why I can't talk to boys.
Wow, that's bad.
It's really annoying.
Well, last night my best friend Dana got engaged.
And it was so hard to talk about it on the show. Like, what are you doing tomorrow night?
I know, I've known for a few weeks, and I feel like, and the Toasters have been like so excited for her because she's really a part of
Toast history.
Toast history. Like she's a legend.
She's the girl who made up My Duty Brown, our theme song.
And she sang it twice on the show, like the bravery knows no bounds. And now she's engaged, and she's just so cute and so happy, and I'm so happy for her.
I don't know where she's going to get a wedding dress because I don't think in America they make child bride dresses. So I'm thinking she might have to take a trip to China or something. I'm thinking. Maybe Russia?
Totally. She'll get it online somewhere.
Yeah, she'll have to order it Alibaba Express.
Did you see that I was on AliExpress yesterday?
Jackie, that is the most prestigious honor.
There's 2 photos of me in the same pair of sunglasses in different colors, and I guess they're selling those sunglasses
They're
for $3.
using you as a model. You're a
By
model.
the way, I paid about $40 for them, so it's a really good deal.
Oh my God, what a sham.
I mean, I don't know if the quality is the same. But
Alibaba is like, they should just call them the Alibaba Sham Express. It's like everything on there is a sham. When I was in high school, I got 2 like Chanel phone cases, and honestly, I've never felt cooler. It was really good for like a high school kid who like just wanted a Chanel but couldn't afford one, and it was special.
That's on you for buying Chanel.
Honestly,
online.
I didn't even feel guilty about it. I was so excited to have Chanel.
Yeah.
You know?
I do.
Yeah.
It's cool.
ShamExpress.com. Well, like anything, yesterday was great. It was Lover Day. Dana got engaged. But there was some fucking wild shit going on. It's like I wrote the song, A Toast to the Wild Ones, and everyone just went fucking wild.
Because they want it to be toasted too.
I understand.
And today's your day.
Today's your day. So we're going to deliver the fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast. We are. But of course, this show doesn't...
The world wouldn't turn.
The
if
world
you didn't
wouldn't
tell
turn
us.
if I didn't tell you guys that today's episode is brought to you by one of our favorite brands, Scentbird, which is a monthly subscription service for perfumes, which is so great because you can buy from their website like super high-end Prada, Fendi, for fragrances for literally $7.50
A month.
A month.
It's a subscription service because big bottles of perfume are pretty, but they're not useful. You can't take them with you when you travel. This makes it so easy to have the right amount of perfume each month.
Perfume and cologne, it's a way for you to discover new scents without buying an entire bottle. They have more than 450 designer brands for you to choose from. You choose a perfume you want to try. They'll send you a 30-day supply, so enough for the month. That's 120 sprays. And if you're not sure what type of scent you're looking for, you can sort by brand, by style, by occasion, by season. Maybe I'm looking for an autumnal season with a hint of maple. I don't know. With our exclusive offer for our listeners, you can get 50% off your first month today at scentbird.com/toast. That's only $7.50 for your first fragrance. So if you sign up, start the subscription, your first box will be half off if you use the link scentbird.com/toast. That's SCENTBIRD.com/toast for you to try your first perfume or cologne for $7.50.
And if you sign on, you will smell amazing.
And that's 100% guarantee.
100% guarantee.
I mean, I don't work for the brand, so I don't know that, but I have to imagine.
But it also depends what fragrance you choose.
Right.
They have good fragrances, and they have, there's something for everyone.
So true. Perfume is such a personal choice.
Totally. Do you want to see the craziest thing? This
Sure.
cap doesn't have an opening.
Oh my God, the plastic industry is fucking falling apart.
That is truly a waste of plastic.
Do you want a cat? I'll just give you
Sure.
mine.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah. I mean,
We're thirsty bitches
I need my
over here.
caffeine today.
We got tea to spill. We need sustenance.
We
sustenance.
have tea to spill. I need a whole opening in the cap
To drink my tea.
to spill it.
Well, I'm gonna put on some lip gloss just in case this gets picked up anywhere.
Oh, right. Follow me at Jackie O Problems.
Yeah, hold on.
Premium content, Jackie O Flow.
Well, with the current state of the journalism industry, I don't foresee this being picked up because this is real journalism over here.
Right, and we're about to hit it. So without further ado, our first story today is actually a bit of a joke because our girl is in the news.
I know, and as someone who's constantly gracing the headlines, you would think that this is just normal for me, but such a crazy week.
Yeah.
Such a crazy week.
Do you want to take us from the top?
Well, sure. It all started on Wednesday when I was out to dinner with Ben's parents, and my phone kept blowing up on Twitter, and that's just never a good thing. You never want to be spoken about on Twitter because there's nothing positive that goes on Twitter. It's a cesspool of sadness.
Yeah.
So I had to pit immediately, and I checked, and there was this huge thread about me. And my partnership with Samsung. So I launched a partnership with Samsung, which, by the way, go get yourself a Samsung. And
green texts are the new texts.
they really are. I'm fucking getting a Samsung. So it was all about how I'm so controversial and radioactive and that they can't believe Samsung worked with me because I attacked viciously I ruined her. I went to her mom's house. This is what this person is saying.
This reporter,
which I want reporter because it's just so sad what flies is reporting these days. I can't get myself to say this person's name because I actually will be afraid like to have diarrhea or something. I just can't.
And what's so crazy is this person's allegation is that Claudia harassed her, encouraged harassment, doxing, going after her family members, kicking her out of apartment, etc. We've never spoken this person's name before. We've never written it online in a group, anything.
And I will not start now.
But I don't know how you can harass someone without ever mentioning them.
So in the spirit of Lin-Manuel Miranda, let's talk about this person as, my favorite, one of my favorite, I've always been Team Jacob, Taylor Lautner, okay? Because I just don't want, with the pronouns, it'll be too confusing if I just don't say her name. So her name is Taylor Lautner. And basically, you don't know anything about her, which you most likely don't. She is a reporter, and she was kind of the pioneer of our cancellation. She discovered like a Reddit thread with all these things.
Lewis and Clark.
Yes, she was the Sacagawea of our cancellation. And basically what happened was before we were quote unquote canceled, like everyone knew like what was released about us because it was all over like GoMe threads, Reddit threads, and I guess this quote unquote reporter found the thread and published it literally as her own. She added some commas, some capital letters, and took credit for it.
Right.
Which is like a whole other plagiarism issue I just can't get into right now. And it launched, the great cancellation of 2018. And it was just that. It was a cancellation. We got fired. Our show got canceled. Pretty much, every single brand that I was working with at the time dropped me, so I lost all my income. I got dropped by my agency. I got dropped by management. I really didn't want to go into it. It was a super dark time. And, part of it was deserved on my part. I can own up to that. And ever since then, as you guys know, the Toasters have been on the journey with us. We've really made, this was like 18 months ago, we have made like such a conscious effort to move forward in like a really positive way. And what was so upsetting about the whole cancellation, and I never really wanted to get into it just because like it was so like devastating at the time, was like I set out, I got a phone and got on Instagram like just to make people laugh. Like there was never, I understand like people who work in politics like that, what you're getting into. Mm-hmm. And there's certain industries are just like so corrupt and like so dark, but like I've always set out with just the goal of making people laugh. Like I do stand up, I make stupid fucking memes. Like it's just supposed to be funny and lighthearted. And I got dragged into, by my own doing, this like really ugly Twitter world. And I hurt people. And I'll never defend myself for that because it was indefensible. And I feel like I've apologized multiple times, and if anyone ever came up to me and like they love me, but they were like, I was really, even in 10 years, or like, I was really hurt by what you said, I will always apologize because I'm not ever going to defend those words because I was a losery 16-year-old who thought it was funny, like to just, I just thought it was funny, like to be controversial. Obviously, if I'd grown up in a different time period, maybe 10 years later, I would have understood the gravity of my words. And I had to learn in a very public way, like what you say online can come back to haunt you. And I hope for everyone's sake, like me learning that lesson very publicly, like helped you maybe, stop saying some things.
Just think before you speak.
So it's now been 18 months, and we have both like spent 18 months like rebuilding our business in a more ethical, more positive, more joyous, more inclusive way, and I feel like we've made real strides.
Yeah, we're not perfect people, but I feel overall the Toast is so positive, so fun, brings so much joy to people.
It's so helpful for some people. Like I go to bed every night like feeling really good about what I did that day.
1000%.
And I can sleep at night knowing that like I feel in a very, very small, like not important way, like I am making a positive impact on the world.
Right.
I'm leaving the world slightly happier than when I got up that morning.
100%.
So this thread was just on and on about how I don't deserve this Samsung deal, which by the way, I'm just so grateful like for Samsung for taking a chance on a controversial quote unquote steen. Like that was really brave of them, so, I guess, because the world we live in doesn't allow for that.
And people apologize, people change, people evolve. Is there no room for that? Like you make a mistake and then it's over? Like what's the point? What's the point of anything if we're not all just trying to get better?
Right. No, and it's like, at the end of the day, like how long are we gonna go on for this? Like let's put it into perspective. Did I murder someone? What is the punishment that
fits? Not that I'm aware of.
What is the punishment that fits my crime? It's like these people really just want me to like kill myself, like because they think that's what I deserve. That's what they're making it seem like.
Well, that's one part of it, but the second part was the lies that Taylor Lautner began to spew about what you did in the wake of your cancellation. When really, we know what you were doing. I was there. We were just trying to get our shit together.
We didn't even talk to anyone. Like, it's so crazy. These are the allegations that she made of me in the thread. She said that when she wrote an article about me, I directed my army of fans to attack her entire family. I tried to get her relatives fired. I never apologized for my tweets, but in fact, I doubled down on what I said. Really? My Facebook group that all these people were posting her address, and I was encouraging them, quote unquote, inciting them. I was inciting people to post her address and her personal information. And I viciously harassed her and her entire family for months.
That's fucking crazy.
And
that
then
is
she
literally step by step what she did to us.
It's actually confusing because when I was reading it, I was like, oh, okay, this girl's outlining what she did. It was just so weird because in the wake of the cancellation, it was there was so much going on, and I definitely understand like why a lot of like the brands and like why our show had to cancel us. Like nobody wants to be involved in this kind of shitstorm, and I do understand, but there was so much happening at the time that was like so untrue. But we were in the wrong, and I didn't want to come out and defend myself because I would look like my apology was meaningless when my apology was really heartfelt.
Yeah, like there were real facts coming out. There was fake news, but like we didn't feel the need, to rebut everything that was being said about us because like we really just felt so badly and we didn't want anything to take away from our apology. And you can't apologize and then say, but I didn't do that, or that's not true, like, or start qualifying it because we just wanted the apology to resonate and start fresh.
Right. So then then she started putting out screenshots of my alleged Facebook group, me inciting violence to her. So it's important to note that this girl works in media, and she said, here are screenshots from the Facebook group, and put up 2 tweets. Just different platforms. I'm sure she knows that. I need Taylor Lautner to know that they are 2 different platforms.
Yeah.
So
if you're going to work in this business, you should know
some guy named Chris, who I'm just more than likely going to assume is not my fan. I don't have many male fans. Saying that someone should find her family members and harass them in all ways possible. And of course
tweeting that at her.
He tweeted that at her. Of course I don't condone that. That's awful. No one should be harassed. But I don't understand how a random man named Chris on Twitter is me inciting him. I don't know Chris Stream. I've never heard of him. I don't communicate with him. So now it's just like borderline delusional, like saying that I'm responsible for what other people do.
It's beyond delusional. And then I think the cherry on top of the delusional sundae was her waiting for an apology from you.
Oh my God.
That you've never apologized for any of it.
And you know what's so crazy is like this reporter is like, I don't know what it is, like she is obsessed with me. So this is not the first time since the cancellation that she's tweeted about me, but I guess it was the first time that like enough people were engaging where it came across my desk. But then I went to look, she's been tweeting about me like every time I fart, it's on her Twitter. And she had once...
She must tweet a lot.
And this is not the first time where she demanded an apology.
That is so fucking wild. That's like
I can't even...
but seriously, like, if this is really, like, people are taking this as serious, which they are, because we'll get to the second half of the story, which is why we're even talking about it. Shout out page 6. What kind of world do we live in? Like, literally, you could say up is down and down is up. No, and people are like, yes.
It's just fucking... True. It's lies. True. And you know what? If I was just a regular Twitter user and I came across this thread, I would be like... Poor Taylor Lautner. Oh my God, this poor
Things
journalist.
have really gone downhill since Twilight.
Yeah, no, like I see, and I sit on the show and I really try and see, like when we're just talking about random like TV shows or just like stories, I always try and see all sides of a story because I just think it's important to do that. And I literally cannot get into the mindset of a person who thinks I owe this person an apology.
No, it's
wild,
so
man. Crazy. It's so parallel universe. I feel like I'm in an episode of The Society.
It's parallel universe, especially because she came after our sister, trying to get our sister fired, posting anti-Semitic tweets about Olivia, and right. Olivia is a precious gem of a woman.
And she's fucking innocent.
Should be protected at all costs.
Leave her out of this. So it's like she's detailing what I allegedly did to her, and I'm like so confused because this sounds like exactly what she did to me. I tried to get her family members fired. No, actually, 2 weeks after the drama, Olivia, who didn't do anything wrong, still had her job at Oath because, like I said, she didn't do anything wrong. She was completely innocent in all this. She just is a girl with a job. And she's coming for Olivia, calling her a Zionist conspiracy theorist who's still working at Oath, like tweeting that, encouraging that maybe she shouldn't be. So she deleted that immediately. I remember when it happened, I'm like, it was a really small insight into like, when someone says something accidentally and it really gives you like a look
a
into,
window.
Yeah, into like, interesting. So I don't know how you could call Olivia or us Zionist conspiracy theories, and maybe like, I don't know, because we're Jewish. It just seems like a little anti-Semitic to me. I don't know. And she deleted the tweet like right after it and said, I'm sorry, like I didn't mean to tweet that like as an apology. And it's like, oh, I know what that's like.
Right. Imagine tweeting something.
I hate when that happens. It's like, you're 35, I was 16. Whatever. I'm not comparing. But
so we weren't going to speak on any of this
because it's so stupid.
It's so stupid. It makes
comical.
No sense. But then Claudia received an email from page 6 yesterday that I would like to read verbatim
because the grammar is interesting.
The grammar is interesting. Hi, Claudia. Can you give me a call or email when free? We're doing a bit about Taylor Lautner's tweets about your alleged behavior and the behavior of her fans, following the story she wrote. I'd also like to know what your new deal with Samsung is.
Okay, so obviously this is this girl's first day in
Very
journalism.
best,
It's her
Sarah.
first day in journalism because, first of all, I want to know about your deal from, so do a lot of people. That's called breach of contract, Sarah. I can't speak to it.
I want to know about your deal with Samsung.
Do you, like, it's just, I want to know what the inside of Miley Cyrus's asshole looks like.
Right.
So?
Keep wondering.
I want to know what happened in the elevator with Solange and Jay-Z.
Right, like she probably sent an email.
I want to know who killed John Bonet.
She probably sent an email to Solange the next day.
Right,
Hey, I want to know what happened in the elevator.
It's just like such a weirdly worded email. And then at first I was like, oh, this girl wrote it in a real hurry because the pronouns don't make sense. She said Taylor Lautner's tweets and
about your alleged behavior and the behavior of her fans. So she copied this from somewhere else where someone sent it to her to get the behavior of her fans. And I have to imagine it was from Taylor Lautner herself.
Right. And
Texting
then
her friend to write a story about how she feels on the internet and her opinion. By the way, your asshole opinion is not news.
upon further investigation, we did find out that these two quote unquote reporters follow each other on Instagram. So then I'm like, oh, that's weird because the issue with the pronouns and then following them both on Instagram made me think that they were in cahoots. Now, I'm not trying to be paranoid, but it's definitely true.
No, totally. It's
Right?
But by the way, I hope it's true because it's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah.
Other than this person, this reporter Sarah, really think that this is a news story.
Right, no,
that
so-
someone feels some type of way about something.
So now that a random person's Twitter thread qualifies as news, and again, a Twitter thread about things that happened 18 months ago. I thought news was new news, you know?
Right.
This is old news.
Old news plus lies. What are your thoughts?
Right, and so
Claudia shared her fucking thoughts.
So she reached out to me for a statement, and I'm just like, Page Six is so tacky. It's like such a tabloid. I'm not going to release a statement about like my life. Like this is just so frustrating because it's like everyone can say what they want, but like, hi, this is my life. Like I have to make a livelihood. Like I have to pay rent. Like I have career goals. I'm going to have children one day. They need to go to school. Like, can I grow my business without everyone coming for me like every single day?
Yeah, apparently not, sis.
So I just didn't want to give a statement to Page Six. It's just like so tacky, and I could tell by the tone of her email, like she didn't give a shit what I had to say.
She didn't give a shit about your statement. It'd be lumped in at the bottom after she already
Tore me apart.
She already made a list to take you down.
Yeah, take me down. She's taking the Bedores down.
So you released your own statement.
Please read it.
Please read it. An outrageous thing happened yesterday that I wasn't going to speak about because I hate to give this person any attention, but I just received this email from Page Six, so here we go. Email attached. You can see the craziness for yourself. As you all know, last year I was, quote, canceled. There was one person who initiated and relentlessly attempted to cancel me. As a result, my show was canceled. I was fired from my job. I was dropped by every brand, my agency, and my management. I lost my entire livelihood overnight. This person doxed my entire family by, for the first time, publicly associating my sisters and I with our mom, an association we have avoided because it puts us in grave danger.
And that's also what we couldn't say at the time, which was so frustrating. Everyone was like, they're hiding their mom. No, you know, if I did ever just like, you know, take a picture with my mom, like that would just end up on some ISIS, you know, corkboard. And that's not what I see for my life. So it's like I never got to even explain like half of what was going on.
Right, exactly. But here we are today
Explaining. And I feel like after this show, I'm going to make the biggest poop. Like this has just been brewing and like weighing so heavy on my shoulders for so long. Like I'm fucking ready for the poop of a lifetime. Get me toilet paper, okay?
This person posted Taylor Lautner posted anti-Semitic tweets aimed at encouraging the fire of my innocent sister Olivia. See tweets for yourself on Claudia's
Which
Twitter.
we turned the screenshot, Zionist conspiracy theory.
Yesterday, this person tweeted a series of disgusting lies about me and what she alleges I did in the wake of my cancellation. This person is now accusing me of doing exactly what she did to me, which is so delusional I didn't even want to address it. I'm now talking about it because apparently Page Six considers this person's lies newsworthy, so here's my statement. I have never uttered this person's name publicly, let alone encouraged harassment, doxing, firing, etc. I am not responsible for the posts of other people in a Facebook group that I did not own nor operate, nor am I responsible for what strangers on the internet tweet. This person has made a career of canceling people and ruining people's lives. Check it out. She shouldn't be so surprised that she has so many enemies. This person has said I never apologized for my actions. Lie.
I gave a link, and that ugly video of me is on. You search my name, it's the first thing that comes up. I can't get far away from that fucking ugly picture of me.
I have apologized profusely for my offensive remarks in the past, and ever since then, I have made a conscious effort to use my platform for positivity, joy, and love. Shout out The Morning Toast. We go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Come through. As for the apology that the person who attempted to ruin my life but didn't is waiting for, this is, by the way, my editorializing of the statement. LMAO. In the meantime, while I have you all here, let's stop contributing to hatred on the internet and instead do something positive. And our girl is getting teachers cleared lists.
I have 3 things to say before we move forward because I think it's really important. 1, please, after this episode, do not come for Taylor Lautner. Like, that is so counterproductive to our message, and it's just going to give her what she wants. So if you want to get involved in the conversation, please do so in a respectful way, because I can't deal with that. And then she's going to be like, look, they're saying mean things about me again.
But I will say, so far, the Toasters, like, they are getting involved in the conversation, and they're so respectful, and I fucking love the Toasters. I don't know if I've said it recently.
I fucking love the Toasters.
But they are just, like, the sweetest people alive, and the fact that they go toe-to-toe with these, like, millennial journalists who, like, circle jerk each other on Twitter, sharpening their pitchforks, is just, like, you are the brave.
Yeah.
It's brave season.
It's brave season. The second thing, I had 3 things. Of course, I can't remember any of them. But I want to say that the second thing I was going to say was...
Follow me on Instagram.
No. I had such good points. I need to have a pen and paper
on the show. We could do it.
So should we order it on Amazon, like a cute little pink one with like a furry pink pen or something? But maybe it'll come back to me. Sorry, continue.
Okay, it'll probably come back to you. So that was a statement.
Oh, yes, sorry. It was just so frustrating to have been writing this yesterday when we sat on the show this morning, that morning, and was like talking about how, why is nobody talking about the Amazon being completely engulfed in flames? Like, there's real shit happening out there, and it's like, my idiotic, like, Twitter drama is making headlines, but literally the biggest rainforest in the world being engulfed in flames, people's homes, these indigenous people, like, being in the middle of a huge fire, that's not news, but this is. That was just like, it really put into perspective for me, like, how fucking small the world is.
Like, no, and just stupid, like, stupidity. Anyways, Page 6 then came out with their article last night, which was such a fucking hack job. They've actually completely changed it now 3 times.
Oh.
3 times.
It was very confusing because at first it says, disgraced Instagrammer Claudia Oshry, and I'm like, oh fuck, I got a pit in my stomach. I'm like, what a great article. And then the first line is Instagram queen Claudia Oshry. So
like, yes, queen.
I would actually like a full statement from Page 6. Am I a queen or am I disgraced? And if I am disgraced, I would just like a clarification on how I'm disgraced, because like I said, I am, just so joyous, trying to make people laugh. I feel like I do like a semi-good job of that. I would just like some clarification, honestly.
I'd like some clarification too, because factually, like, this show, Morning Toast, is bigger than the Morning Breath ever was. Mm-hmm. You have more followers now than you've ever had.
Selling more tickets.
You're a full-blown comedian on an international Hello Canada
we see you.
Stand-up tour. So, if anything, I think you're full of grace.
That is so kind.
I think you are full of grace.
Do you think I'm beauty and I'm grace, and might I be Miss United States?
I do think so.
I think so
you
too.
Might be. If you like applied yourself, you could be Miss United States.
When I was in high school, I applied to be Miss Teen New York.
I know.
Did you get in? I actually had such a great phone interview, and then like the whole idea of like a swimsuit competition scared me out of ever doing it.
Very fair.
But I could have been Miss New York. Wow.
Miss Teen New York.
No, but then you can go on to be Miss New York.
Yeah, it could have been Miss United States. But now
while we're at it, Miss Universe.
Now you're just beauty and grace.
So true. So hard.
Anyways, this article really made me upset, obviously, because it's like full of lies and makes no sense from like a narrative perspective. And I'm someone who's like, I'm a history major. Like, I want to see facts lined up. I want to see what person A said and what person B said back to what person A said. Not what person A said and what person B said about something else. What does that do for anyone?
Yeah, and the article was incredibly confusing. But then when you pointed out the connection between Taylor Lautner and this girl from Page 6, it made total sense, because Taylor Lautner wrote this article. Like, it sounds like they said that I was fuming on Twitter. I thought I was very well spoken, honestly. I had Jackie edit it.
Measured as hell.
Jackie edited it, so Jackie can never be described as fuming.
No. Actually, today, like, this is the closest I've ever been to fuming.
Yeah.
Because we're here doing a news show, and, like, the fact that we cite Page 6 all of the time, and to see, like, to be behind the scenes and know how this article came to be, and that it's so, like, full of lies and makes no fucking sense. It's like, and nothing relevant. All it talks about is what happened 18 months ago. Like, they just added a sentence about the Morning Toast today.
And Jackie, they just added years, because this ran in print too. And I saw this morning, they had, if you read it, it makes it seem like we got fired from Oath yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, there's no dates on it. They just added this morning, 2018.
So to know that, like, this is how someone at Page 6, like, this is what they consider journalism, and, like, we report on their news all of the time.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
It's because we really, like, pride ourselves on being like truthful and honest when it comes to news.
Yeah.
And I can't trust
Or at the very least, just saying like things from the horse's mouth. Like you released a very well-written statement addressing every single thing about what happened. And she chose one tweet out of 9 to put in her article. But you missed the rest of the statement,
but
bitch.
Two statements in there from Taylor Lautner.
Right. So.
And she got another statement this morning from Taylor Lautner saying, I still never apologized.
She's never once expressed remorse. Sis, I need to ask you, do you have remorse that you'd like to express?
I would be absolutely heartbroken, devastated, and so remorseful if I didn't let you know that I have absolutely no remorse towards this person. I've made many mistakes in my life, and I'm trying to be the type of person who can own up to it. I've learned a lot from the Real Housewives, and what I've learned is that there's so much value in being able to own your mistakes, and not enough people in this world do that because we live in a fucked up time. But I'd like to think of myself as the type of person who knows when I'm wrong and can apologize and own up to it and then learn from it. And I've spent the last 18 months really reflecting on the type of brand I want to have, the type of influencer, comedian, host I want to be, and like what kind of impact I want to have on this world. And I really feel like I'm being dragged back down into like these 10-year-old drama.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be.
No, we have no remorse to express for the things that you say we did that we did not do, but we do have thanks to express for forcing us to be better people.
1,000%.
For forcing us to start our own show, launch our own businesses, start a comedy tour, and crush it.
We always say, like, I'm one of those people who believes, like, everything happens for a reason, but when you're in the middle of a shitstorm, you're like, what the fuck is the reason? But now, 18 months later, I totally see, like, why God wanted this to happen to us. I firmly believe, like, being quote-unquote canceled was really the best thing that ever happened to me. I grew up so fast. I learned so much, and I feel like now the impact I leave on this earth will be vastly different than the one I would have left before.
1,000%.
Like I really am so grateful. So in hindsight, I realize all of this will be happening for a reason. Right now I'm in it and I can't see why. Like I'm just being dragged down. Like people make mistakes. Cancel culture is so fucking toxic, and there's literally a handful of people who are responsible for it. And Taylor Lautner is one of them, and I refuse to be dragged down with her. Like her role at whatever job she has is like director of trolls, like
director of cancellations.
And I refuse to be a part of it. You tried to cancel me, and I took my punishment because it was deserved. But I refuse to be brought down. I cannot be canceled, and I will not be fucking canceled. The end.
So, Morning Toast live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're tuning in for the first time, the show is really fun, and you can follow me on Instagram at JackieOProblems.
And we talk a lot about cancel culture, and we see it from more than one fucking angle. Like just because a person has a blue check mark doesn't mean it's real. The end.
The end.
Signed, your favorite Zionist conspiracy theorist.
Next story, a bit of good news. Snitch has been sitting on her hands for 30 minutes now. It's Lover Day.
It's Lover Day.
It's so weird. Like, why can't we ever have a happy day? Like, Dana got engaged last night. Lover came out, and like we were in the pitfalls of Twitter, being dragged, being called racist. Like, when you got engaged, why couldn't it just be a happy day? No, we had to be canceled. Like, I just want joy.
Well, we have joy.
We have so much fucking joy.
We have so much joy. We're really good at just finding joy in low moments.
This album.
This isn't even a low moment, you guys. Like,
Excuse me,
this is
That's
a
so
fucking
true.
nothing.
Jackie, this album.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's fucking kiss.
Okay, I know you've only like had 12 hours to listen to it, but on the scale of Taylor Swift albums, where do you rate it?
You can't rate them yet because
you
it's
don't
like,
because you
haven't
don't know
lived
it yet.
with it. I agree. But
I would say, for me, my favorite Taylor albums are Speak Now and 1989, and I would put Lover in the top 3. I don't know where, because like I said, I've had so much time to live with Speak Now in 1989 and understand the complexities of the songs and the lyrics, so it's up there in top 3 for me.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe top 4.
No, because
Red.
On initial listen, it's great. So I can only imagine how much better it's going to get once I know the words and like all that stuff.
It's also 18 songs. Like I need more time than usual.
Totally. Well, Taylor posted when Lover came out, she said this album is very much a celebration of love in all its complexity, coziness, and chaos. It's the first album of mine that I've ever owned, and I couldn't be more proud. I'm so excited that Lover is out now.
I'm so proud too. It's just such a great song. There's so many different types of songs. So many of the songs give me like 80s bops. Like I thought that about The Archer, and then also whatever. Some of the songs, they just give me like harken back to like, it feels like we are strong. Ba-dum-bum. Heartache too. I think of that song, that scene in 13 Going on 30.
Interesting.
Like so many of the songs give me that. I don't know what type of, how to describe that genre of songs, but it's like pop 80s anthems.
Love it.
Like with snaps. I don't know. Jack Antonoff definitely like, you know, is living
with
in
his
the
like
80s.
pop synth.
Yeah.
I keep just seeing that word synth.
The album has just so many levels to it. So many layers. It's like an ogre. It's like an onion.
Are there any standout songs right now that you would
Yes.
encourage people to listen to if they don't have time for 18 songs today?
The Man. Let's pick 5, Margot. The
Okay.
Man. London Boy.
Cornelia Street.
Cornelia Street.
Paper Rings. Soon You'll Get Better.
Soon You'll Get Better.
I liked personally Cruel Summer.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It's
Oh,
great
fuck,
too.
yeah.
There's just so many. But what's so funny is we were talking about on the Toast last week, and when she released the set list, what we thought, not the set list, the album track list, what we thought all the songs were going to be about. And there was a song called Paper Rings, and Jackie and I immediately rolled our eyes. And it turns out it's exactly what we predicted it was going to be. Like rich people being like, I can afford a 10-carat ring, but I'll take a paper one instead. No, like we need that. You can get a 10-carat ring. Just get it, girl.
We also need you to get a 10-carat ring, so like we have like,
goals.
Yeah.
For our Pinterest boards.
Exactly.
But there's been a lot of speculation about people thinking like during her big break, like her and Joe got married or at least engaged. But she said in her Lover Lounge YouTube live yesterday, she's like, I do want to get married someday. She just like said it in passing. So unfortunately, it's looking like she's not married.
She didn't say that.
Yes, she did.
No, I watched the whole thing. She was reading her diary, and
oh, you're right.
And in the diary, she was like, I don't think I'm ever going to get married someday. And then she kind of laughed and then just kept reading. So she didn't talk.
You're right. It was from the journal.
Smidge with the facts.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
You should work at Page 6.
I should.
They could use someone like you over there.
They actually didn't hire me, so.
Oh yeah, Margaret actually had an interview there. Imagine. Lol.
Everything happens for a reason, ladies.
So, are there any interesting factoids in the album so far? Like any hidden messages, things she's saying? I asked you guys, there's a song called The First One, I Forgot You Existed, and I listened to it and it was savage, and I didn't know who it was about, and you told me it's probably about
Calvin Harris. And to me, that's really one of the only songs that's like super savagery, which I'm glad she's moving, like I don't look for that from her anymore. She's evolved, she's so much more mature now, she's in a long-term relationship. I don't feel the need to like be able to decode like who this mean tweet is about.
No, but it is fun to do, but also she started the album with that song. What do you think that means? That means something.
Well, because it's the first song from Reputation, and I think that everyone was really shocked that there was not one song about Calvin Harris on Reputation, because that's the era that preceded the Calvin Harris relationship. So I think that
it was closing the book on that.
Right, like so there were so many questions about their relationship, and we never really got full closure on it. And it was such an interesting relationship because to me, when I was in it, I thought it was her best one. It really normalized her so much. Like she's always been this like larger than life girl, but like here she was, taking her jet with Haim to go see him at Omnia in Vegas. Like that's what I would do if I was Taylor Swift. And the way it ended was so bad, and like with all the tweets saying he was a beard, it was so weird. Like I'm glad she addressed it in a way that was like, please, I don't think about you enough to write a song about you, because I don't think that relationship was like good for her now looking back on it. I loved it when it was happening.
And it's also just a good way to transition from your Reputation into Lover. She couldn't just go from like into happy-go-lucky. She needed something to somewhat like bring you in, and that's kind of what it did.
Okay.
Now the Dixie Chicks collab. Do the Dixie Chicks sing at all?
They're
or they
just
play the
harmonize,
music?
and I think they play, which I'm glad, because I feel like it's a really important song to her. So when I saw that it was them on it, I was like, I feel like, why are you letting them tell your story?
It's about her mom who's struggling again with breast cancer.
I listened to the song. Something really annoying happened to me, and I have like music OCD about albums. Like I said yesterday, even when I downloaded them illegally, like I had to put in all the information. And when I listen to an album, I want to listen to every single song as the artist intended.
Yeah.
And I realized, I put it on when I started getting ready this morning, and then I realized it was on shuffle.
Jackie, I had the same experience last night. Apple Music?
Spotify.
Oh. I couldn't figure out how to get it off shuffle on Apple Music.
Oh my God, I was so annoyed. Like
That's
that,
annoying.
and so now I have to listen to it all. It's as if I didn't listen to it. But I did hear the song about her mom being sick. At first I was like, why was she in the hospital? What's an orange bottle? Is she pregnant? And then I realized.
LOL.
LOL.
But there was just one lyric in there that like really shook me, because she said like when people are so desperate, like the only thing they can do is pray. So I pray to you, Jesus. And she said the word Jesus, and I just never thought of her like in a religious way. Like obviously everyone is born like with a religion, but I don't know, I've never heard her literally say the word Jesus, and it really like shook me. I'm like, you're not Jewish. Like I just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think, and these days, like being so openly religious is not like, it's kind of polarizing for people.
Yeah.
So it was an interesting move. I appreciated it.
I appreciate it too. And I get that so much.
I love Christian music.
Me
Oh
too.
my God.
And that line is so relatable. Like sometimes, like you're in such a bad situation, like you feel so helpless. Literally, the only thing you can do is pray.
Yeah.
But that's what God is for.
Totally.
If you read in the Bible, he like when they were going through the desert and they only prayed to him when they were like suffering. He was like, no, that's fine. That's why I'm here.
Right. That's the point.
Yeah.
Also, two of her songs, she talks about like being in school. Did you pick up on that?
Heartbreak Prince.
Yeah, and the other one I can't remember.
Oh,
I wrote
yeah.
down when I listened.
She's a
I wrote down important lyrics.
Girl. I love Heartbreak Prince.
There was a song that was reminding me of The Society because it was like all this high school drama that you think is real life.
I think it's Americana Queen.
There's
and the
two.
Heartbreak
There's two.
Prince.
I can't remember which
They
one it was.
whispered down the hallway, she's a bad, bad girl.
Yeah.
It's so good. When I
love
saw
Daylight.
when I saw that name on the track list, I'm like, that song is gonna fucking slap.
Yeah.
The Americana Queen and the Heartbreak Prince, and she rhymes this with Prince. I can't.
Yeah. She did an amazing job. Like, it's so much better than I even thought it could be.
Me too. And you know what? I feel validated because Ben was like coming after me like with the 4 songs she released before. And not that the 4 songs are bad in any way. They're really beautiful. But she always saves the best for the album. Like when you think of all of her lead singles from other albums, it's like Not My Favorite Ones, We Are Never Getting Back Together, 22. It's like, no, the real gems of Red are All Too Well, State of Grace. Like you can't let her
State of Grace was a single.
Whatever. You can't let her lead singles, like, they mislead you sometimes. So Ben was listening to the album, and he was coming for Taylor Swift last week when we were in New Jersey, being like, The Archer's the worst song I ever heard.
The Archer's the best song that I've heard so far.
Well, also, the second school one is It's Nice to Have a Friend, which sounds exactly like the Big Little Lies intro.
It sounds like Abigail.
Yeah, but it really does sound
But
like
so
Big Little
Ben-
Lies.
I thought, to me, it sounded like someone was friend zoned. And so it's like, I guess it's nice to have a friend.
No, it was about school.
Just saying.
Well, so Ben fell asleep while we were listening to the album, and he was like, this is amazing. So I'm really proud of Taylor for changing hearts and changing minds.
Agreed.
We're unique in that.
How was her lover session?
It was good.
Did she say she's taking a lover?
No, she didn't, unfortunately. I'm taking a lover.
She sang the Archer acoustic.
Yeah, it was really pretty.
And then showed like her Stella
set was
McCartney collab.
Jackie. Her set was very toasty.
Did she say that she recorded this album in Loverville?
No, she didn't, but she did say she was shopping for a new fragrance for her lover.
Okay, cool. I hope she finds one at Scentbird.
I hope she finds what she's looking for
At Scentbird.com.
/toast.
/toast. And she'll sign on and she will smell amazing.
Because there's only one way to smell when you sign on.
It's amazing. Okay. This next story is straight from the horse's mouth. Miley Cyrus took to Twitter yesterday to discuss her dissolution of her marriage with Liam. And you know what? She's spewing some facts and she's changing some hearts and minds. No, mainly mine. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, like I'm so over the story when I saw it. I didn't even
No,
read it.
oh my God, these tweets, she's coming with some facts.
And
Walmart
I'm just
at
living
17.
for celebrities not releasing statements and fucking going to Twitter.
Yeah, no, or whether it's Instagram, whether it's notes, screenshot, however you want to do it, I want it straight from the horse's mouth, not from your mouth to your publicist, watered down to People Magazine, taking their quote, and then us reading it on the toast. It's not going to work for me anymore, ladies.
No, nodding.
And gentlemen. And Miley Cyrus tweets, I can accept that the life I've chosen means I must live completely open and transparent with my fans who I love and the public 100% of the time. What I cannot accept is being told I'm lying to cover up a crime I haven't committed. I have nothing to hide. It is no secret that I was into partying in my teens and early 20s. I have not only smoked but advocated for weed. I've experimented with drugs. My biggest song to date is about dancing on Molly and snorting lines in the bathroom. I fucked up and cheated in relationships when I was young. Justice for Justin. Remember him?
No.
Oh, her guitar player. Yeah, well, she's Hannah Montana. Oh my God, I forgot about him.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if she cheated on him, but like that's when she was young.
That's what she's referring to.
And maybe Nick Jonas. I lost a massive Walmart deal at 17 for ripping a bong. Who knew?
That bong, remember when that picture
Salvia?
of her, Salvia, went fucking wild? And then Michael Phelps did the same thing and said it was Salvia too. It was like, that was like the trend back then.
I'm assuming now it wasn't salvia, but you can say
No, of course
salvia because
not.
it was legal. But in college, my freshman year roommate smoked salvia, and I was like,
Hey, what is salvia?
Hey, get up, get loud,
Start
pumping up the party now.
Oh wait, that reminds me really quickly. The idea that I have for a Patreon episode that I texted you about this morning, I think it would actually be really cool since so many people listen to us in the car. If we did like an hour, like a radio show, like we picked songs that we like thought people would want to listen to, and then talk about them before.
That's cool.
Is that a cool idea?
People do that on
And then-
Twitter.
Oh, do they?
On YouTube.
It's like a radio
It's like
show.
what
and
I'm
then-
listening to right now.
But then we talk about it like throughout each song. Maybe that could be like a monthly installment. So like for people who are on long road trips, they want to listen to the toast and listen to music.
That's a really cool
And
idea.
on Patreon, we don't have to worry about copyright because we're not like using it with like advertisers.
100%. I love that idea. Let us
too.
know what you think. Patreon.com/themorningtoast. 1111 Make-A-Wish. I wish that journalists will get their shit together so that we can be reporting real news here.
Here.
Here, here.
Let me continue Miley's statement. I got kicked off Hotel Transylvania for buying Liam a penis cake for his birthday and licking
Shook.
it. No one knew that. I swung on a wrecking ball naked. There are probably more nudes of me on the internet than maybe any woman in history. But the truth is, once Liam and I reconciled, I meant it, and I was committed. There are no secrets to uncover here. I've learned from every experience in my life. I'm not perfect. I don't want to be. It's boring. I've grown up in front of you, but the bottom line is, I have grown up. I can admit to a lot of things, but I have refused to admit that my marriage ended because of cheating. Liam and I have been together for a decade. By the way, that also means that he didn't cheat on her.
Yeah.
Liam and I have been together for a decade. I've said it before and it remains true. I love Liam and always will. But at this point, I had to make a healthy decision for myself to leave a previous life behind. I am the healthiest and happiest I have been in a long time. You can say I am a twerking, pot-smoking, foul-mouthed hillbilly, but I am not a liar. I am proud to say I am simply in a different place from where I was when I was younger. Okay, interesting. Actually, here we never said that we thought she cheated because I think there was something that when she described her relationship, there was like an open situation anyway, so it didn't even...
I never thought she cheated.
That was irrelevant.
And I didn't know that was the narrative that she got from the media. I'm glad she addressed it, but I just was under the understanding that they're just so fucking different. Like, it was never going to work out.
But from this, I'm also getting like, yes, they're different and they're growing apart, but she's in a good place. It's not like she's going crazy,
right?
And Liam couldn't take it. Like,
she's back on the salvia.
She's herself. Like, she's growing up, and they're just growing differently.
Agreed.
And so,
and I'm really glad she addressed it. There's just something to be said. It's so understated about just like directly addressing on your own platform, like, what's going on? Like,
about your own life.
I feel like Hollywood is like this structured, like, bullshit, like, warp where in order to get something out there, it goes through like a million publicists and a million publications and it gets so watered down. It's like, no, talk to your fans. That's who you really care about. And you want to change a narrative on something, fucking tweet it. I think it's so, like, brave, and it's putting idiot reporters out of business.
No, and, like, for me now, the book is closed on this.
Me too.
And this happens all the time when people speak out on what's going on. James Charles.
Yep.
You know, once I hear it from the person and, like, they explain their side, whether or not they're completely in the right or wrong, it doesn't matter. It's like, oh, okay, you're a person, you're going through something. Not everything is what it seems.
Oh, my God.
Sweet.
Jackie,
let's move on.
I couldn't agree more. And literally, like, I think of the James Charles incident so much and like how I want to move forward in my brand, because I remember being like, fuck James Charles. Like, I was a pitchforker, like, and I loved him. I have merch. Like, I was so upset and like I really believed everything Tati said. I'm like, I can't imagine what James Charles could say that would make me change my mind. And then he came out with this video that was so just like well-spoken, thoughtful, receipts. He owned his shit, but also like went on the offense.
Went through the lies.
Yeah, went through the lies. And I feel like that really heavily influenced me and like how I want to move forward, because it was so brilliant. And I don't think he did it in a brilliant PR move. I think he did it because he just wanted to talk to his fans. When you come from the internet, like these publications, it's so stupid. Like, you've built a brand, built a business, and built an audience of just like talking directly to your fans. Like, why are you going to release a statement to Page 6? It makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
And it's unfair to your audience.
They're like bottlenecking the relationships between
fans
artists
and creators.
Yeah, exactly. And no more.
No more.
So if anyone wants to come on the toast and talk about something that's going on, come
Yeah,
through.
come. Well, you can talk directly to your fans.
Okay.
Miley.
Anyways, happy for Miley. And she does seem really happy. She looks amazing, and I totally see what she's saying. Also, interesting factoid about Hotel Transylvania.
And Walmart. See, I love that she dropped 2 bombs. She's actually very smart, because now that people are writing up her statement, they're really focusing on the 2 more interesting factoids.
Yeah, the headlines are, Miley was dropped from Hotel Transylvania and then they get to the statement, but she knows how to make news.
She's changing the narrative.
She knows how to make news.
I thought that was wildly interesting. I wonder what the Walmart deal was. Like a Hannah Montana thing, you think? At 17, was she still Hannah?
And she wasn't Liam. When she was with Liam, they started dating last song. There might have been one more season left of Hannah Montana.
I think there was like a tiny bit of overlap.
It was probably like a merch.
Or a clothing line.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a clothing
like a
line.
JoJo Siwa, Hannah Montana. Damn, I wish we got it.
JoJo Siwa is the modern day Hannah Montana.
Wish we got it. You'd be wearing it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the merch
so
queen.
vintage.
I love merch.
Well, we have 2 stories about Walmart today.
We have... Yes, now we do.
Right.
Okay, but we have one story that's so crazy, and I almost skipped right past it. It was just like a blip on the radar. Bethenny Frankel says she's married after shocking Real Housewives exit. So Bethenny Frankel, she tweeted, quote, "To my NYH housewives, go get 'em. I had to go since I'm the only one that is actually married. That's how crazy this ride is. You are all amazing, beautiful, and strong. Spread your wings and fly. XOXO."
So I saw this and
then
I was
she
freaking
tagged
out.
all of her castmates.
But then someone made a good call. Is she still technically legally divorced? Or is she still technically married to Jason Hoppy? Are they still separated?
Oh.
Like, that's what it could be. Like, as a joke. Like, I'm not the only one married, but she's not even married.
Oh, I don't know.
But then also a lot of people thought that when her and Paul went to Italy that they might have gotten married.
Interesting. Oh, I guess I wonder if your divorce isn't final in one country, if you can get married in another country.
I don't know. Maybe they just did it like symbolically because like they seem so happy together. But I would really love some clarification here, because as a Bethenny stan, I just need to know if my girl's married.
Yeah, I guess like we always talk about her legal stuff, but is she officially divorced? But some of the stuff that she goes to court for now is like custody things.
Which you can be divorced and still be going through custody.
Right. So maybe it's just a quick Google search.
Yeah, it's just confusing because every season there's like a peak in it. Like, it's gotten bad and then it gets better. So you don't know if it ever actually came to an end.
Yeah. Okay, in 2019 on May 1st, her divorce was still ongoing.
Oh my God, yeah, that was 3 months ago. She's still married. She was making a joke.
No way. I can't believe that.
It's actually so crazy that none of the Real Housewives of New York are married.
Yeah. I'm just... Wait, now on Wikipedia, it lists, more fake news, but it lists that Jason Hoppy she was divorced from in 2016 and Paul Vernon married 2019. Either someone just posted that overnight or like they know something that we don't know.
Oh my
Wait, let me look
God.
at the citations.
Yeah. Like the
because
source. Where are they sourcing? Click his name.
Yep.
Like the little number.
I thought it would
next to
just be the most recent one. Oh no, there's no link there.
It might be
Oh
just...
wait, Bethenny Frankel reveals secret first marriage. Oh no, a secret first marriage. That's not it. Bethenny Frankel divorcing Jason Hoppy. Case settled.
So you think some just Housewife fan
Yes,
added it? I
yes.
love the Housewives
Oh, for
fans.
sure, by the
For
way.
sure.
That's
It's
hilarious.
remember when people changed Amber Valletta's in Wikipedia to Madison Park Soletta's aunt?
She is that.
She's an aunt Snoochess for sure.
First, actually, I don't know. Her and Rob don't seem so close.
No, honestly, Rob Valletta was the weirdest blimp on reality TV radar because his mom, sister, Amber is his
Half sister.
His half sister is a worldwide superstar, even though I've never seen her actually work in anything other than Revenge for a minute, the TV show on ABC. And he just came on TV for a second and then left, and now he just hangs TVs in 7 minutes.
I know. And you know what? The more I hang TVs in my life, the more I realize what a real skill that is.
7 minutes. I had a full company come and do it. They were 3 guys with all their tools, and they did not do it in 7 minutes.
You hung yours by yourself now.
No, but Zach
She watched
does it.
Zach do it.
Zach does it with the super, and it definitely doesn't take 7 minutes. You
No,
know?
it's and I had a full-fledged professional company do it, and it did not take 7 minutes.
Crazy.
I'm impressed.
Crazy stuff. Okay. Fifth and final story is a last-minute update from the Snitch. She just airdropped it to me.
Ooh, but before we do that, can I tell you that today's episode is also in part brought to you by Oshry?
Yes, you can, because I love Oshry, and the toasters need to know about it. This is a new sponsor, you guys.
It's
incredible.
jewelry made in New York. It's designed, founded for women by women. The pieces range from classic to statement to completely original, and Oshry makes the jewelry you've always wanted but could never find. Their gold feels substantial and the diamonds sparkle and shine. They're very high quality and really, really beautiful. Because it's all real gold, you can wear it and never have to take it off. I hate getting a cute piece of jewelry that's so fake that you wear it in the shower and it becomes yellow. No, white.
Green.
They sell directly to you without the middleman markup. They can offer really quality pieces, but at a fraction of the cost. They have a hacked jewelry market, making real gold accessible. It is ethically made in New York, empowering women with the best jewelry options without sacrificing style. For every piece sold, a child in need receives a book to further their education. I love buying stuff that makes me feel good. It's I don't even feel bad about the price tag because it's I'm teaching a child to read.
Can't put a price on that.
Oshry is looking to set the standard for women because women deserve the best. That is so true. We really do deserve the best. Okay, so here's your promo. For 15% off your first Oshry purchase, go to orate.newyork.com/toast and use the promo code TOAST. So that's AURATE newyork.com/toast. You'll get 15% off if you use the promo code TOAST at the link Orate, AURATE newyork.com/toast.
Sign on.
Look
Bejeweled.
amazing. I like that too. You remember the movie Bedazzled
Of course.
with Elizabeth Hurley?
No, actually.
Bedazzled.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And Brendan Fraser.
Was it? And he has that. He's like the devil.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Was it
It's
called
called Bedazzled, right?
Oh, yeah, it sounds right.
Oh yeah, you're
It's
right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was going to say Bewitched, which I just watched on Amy and Margaret were in a hotel room and it was on. Yeah, with the nose. That is, I think, one of the most underrated rom-coms, of our generation.
It's so good, and it's also a classic because it's a remake.
Right, and it's just
Will Ferrell and Nicole Kidman, the duo I didn't know I needed.
Yeah, no, it's so good.
It's
Jackie,
so
can you
good.
do that again?
Can someone make a gif of it, please?
Am I Samantha?
Yes.
Okay.
What's her last name? Samantha Bewitched?
I want to say Samantha Bee.
Samantha Witch, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Whatever.
Okay, fifth and final story. A New York man has been crushed to death after an apartment building elevator malfunctions.
Oh my God, Margot told me this story yesterday, and when she was describing the gory details to me, I almost threw up. It is my worst fucking nightmare.
Oh my
This
God.
happens a little too often in the city.
A 30-year-old software salesman died when the elevator he was stepping out of dropped without warning. A New York City man was killed on Thursday morning when an elevator in a luxury apartment building malfunctioned, crushing him between the car and the shaft. Sam was trying to exit the elevator in the lobby of the 23-story Manhattan Promenade Tower when this car suddenly fell on him, officials said. He was pronounced dead at the scene. As he was exiting, the car moved, trapping the patient, the fire department told reporters. Building surveillance video by the New York Post, so is it real? I don't know. Showed another man exit the elevator just before it malfunctioned. The man tried to pull himself...
Wait, I hope they're not releasing the video of this guy.
I've seen a lot of videos. I just don't know if it's like a news reporting it or
graphic
if it's the video.
Yep, they're posting the video. Okay, I guess that's their other atrocity of the week.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Awful.
They should not... Who needs to see that?
Wait.
Sometimes I understand when you have to release something really gory because it's like evidence or like it's like that is awful. Like this guy was literally just died for absolutely no reason, and I really wish that they wouldn't put that up.
100%. That's their second atrocity of the week, and the third, which we didn't even talk about.
Glazane. The New York Post is getting major shit because they ran a picture that appeared to look like Glazane Maxwell, who has literally gone missing. She was Jeffrey Epstein's like
right-hand woman, henchwoman. Madame.
Procurer of children, and no one has been able to find her. Like they thought she was in Boston, hiding away in some estate, and then apparently like a picture of her just sitting outside at In-N-Out was released, and it's like so weird. They're looking for her everywhere, and she's at fucking In-N-Out. That's something I would do. And this picture went viral, and apparently it's completely fake and fraudulent.
Completely fake, and her lawyer like was the one who submitted it to the press. So like New York Post is messy as hell, and I just have to say the person who posted the photo from the New York Post is the same person who wrote the article about Claudia. Girl, get your shit together.
Girl, and I think she might be new. Like she is not having a good week at Page 6.
No, she is not. Like I hope
that
it's
they
okay.
would run this article. I mean that video. Like that really is upsetting me.
It's deeply upsetting. Also, this is so sad. This man is such a cutie, and
oh my God, what a cutie!
What a horrible thing to happen.
Oh my God, I know that building.
Yeah,
it's on 25th and 3rd.
Yeah, it's Kips Bay.
Oh my God, that's so scary. I bet people in the building are freaking out.
Of course.
The
What
stairs have
building is
never
it?
been busier.
Of course.
Manhattan Promenade. You know the awning.
Oh my God, I know exactly.
It's right next to where that kosher restaurant, Promenade.
It's a huge building. It's like the whole block.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That is so
That's
scary.
so
I don't know
scary.
why it feels scarier, like when you know the building.
Well, yeah, because like
And
it just
I feel like
makes
we
it
know
closer
people
to
who
home.
live there.
And also, that's just like, I could have lived in that building. It's in a good area.
Yeah.
It's like a doorman building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a rental building. I literally could have lived there. Not
Same.
to make literally everything about me. I'm sorry.
No, 6 other people were on the elevator, but no other injuries were reported.
He was the last one to get out.
Right, so everyone walked out, and literally he has 1 foot out the door. Like that, sometimes when things like that happen, it makes me think like that there's definitely a higher power at play. Like there's so many freak stories. Like I read the craziest story once. This guy was dancing at his own wedding holding a beer. He was having the time of his life, and he slipped, and he fell on the glass, and the glass literally sharded in his like lung and killed him.
Sharded?
You know, oh,
Like the shard.
I'm sorry, the shard like stabbed. I'm sorry, I added 2 words together. Wow, I'm really sorry. It's not funny. But then it's like that is such a freak accident. Like someone dies at his own wedding because he slipped. Like God wanted him. He was special.
He was the groom?
Yes.
That's
I remember
terrible.
reading that story, being like, "What a horrible story." And this is the same thing.
I
Everyone
think
gets out.
that's a very nice way to think about it.
Everyone gets out of the elevator. He's like, if he was 1 second faster, he would have been alive. Like that makes me think this person was special. God wanted him. That was such a freak way. Like God needed him ASAP. He had to come up with the craziest way.
Yeah.
Oh, just kidding. He wasn't the last one to get out.
Oh.
I think that there were still people in the elevator, but because he was getting out when it
He's
fell,
the one who
he was in
died.
the middle. But
also,
then
it was only on the first floor.
So
So if the elevator dropped from the first floor to the lower level, that's only 1 floor. So you could be in the elevator and it drop. You could get hurt, but I don't think you would
exactly.
die.
But I think he was the one. Wrong.
Man, those people must
bad
be
place, bad
traumatized.
time.
Traumatized.
Oh my God, I can't even. I'm gonna throw up. That is a horrible story. That's why people don't take the elevators. And I always think like the Biermans are so crazy. Like when they do press in New York, the Biermans, they bring slippers with them and they only take the elevator. I mean, they only take the stairs. I watched them go to LA, which wasn't so bad because they don't have a bunch of like high-rise buildings in LA. I feel like some of the work buildings that I've been in LA only have like 10 floors, and they have Ugg slippers and they take their heels off and they walk the stairs and they won't go do press in a building. Like if you came to like when we were at Oath, oh no, we were only on the 6th floor, but like in those high-rise buildings, if you're on like in the World Trade Center,
Top of the Rock,
they won't go to Vogue. Vogue is like 50th floor.
Yeah.
Fucking.
That's why they're not in Vogue. Makes sense.
The World Trade Center has 100 floors. They would never.
Interesting.
And honestly, like I kind of feel that call. If I wasn't so fucking fat and lazy, maybe I would do it too.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think as a person who lives in New York, you could do that. Like, unless you live on really the first floor, like every single day, multiple times a day, taking the stairs, like when there's a perfectly good elevator.
Multiple in some buildings. 6 elevators.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they live in Atlanta and they live in a house, and I don't think there are many elevators in Atlanta.
But
And
if
they
it
live
was
in
a
the
once in a
suburbs.
while thing, I could take the stairs.
Yeah.
So I guess just another reason to leave the city.
No, I know. This is really shocking and very devastating. And I really like, I don't know, I hope he doesn't have a wife or something.
Really sad story, like kind of a weird way to end the week. So let's leave it on a more positive note.
I just really hope everyone like has a great weekend and just wants to be nice. I used to like hear people be like, be nice to each other. I'm like, you're so lame. But there's really like so much value in just being nice.
No, I used to hear people say being nice to each other, and I'm like, what do you mean I am? Like, I don't understand why we have to tell people.
I never thought that, but I understand.
No, I was just like, I don't understand why we always have to remind people to be nice, but I understand right now, and just be nice, do something positive for someone else.
Clear a list. I cleared a bunch of lists yesterday, and I can't get enough up fast enough. I did a post in the Toasters, like, to people to drop their lists and see if any Toasters wanted to donate, and I went back yesterday to check on it. It was 2 weeks ago. It's 1,200 links.
That's amazing.
That's too much. Like,
Yeah.
I did 10. Like,
we have a lot of lists to clear. We'll post them to the Toast today. Like, let's just make today about positivity, you guys.
Yes.
While we have so many eyeballs on our show, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be posting some Amazon lists so we can help the teachers who are educating the youths and doing the real important work and not just like circle jerking each other on Twitter.
I refuse to be a part of like the cesspool of negativity on the internet. Like, I spend so much time of my life on the internet, and like I just refuse to be brought down. I do.
Yeah. Listen to Lover and clear a list, according to Amy V.
Listen to Lover and clear a fucking list. We hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much for listening to The Morning Toast.
And thank you for being a toaster.
Yes.
Everyone, we fucking love you.
We see you. I was like literally scrolling. I was before bed. The hour before Lover came out was so long. And I'm scrolling on Twitter and I'm hysterically laughing. And Ben's like, what's wrong? I'm like, just some of these responses are hilarious.
There was that one
But they
GIF.
weren't mean.
No, there was that one GIF I kept showing you.
Know,
That
so
was
funny.
literally just making me laugh. You guys are just like so well spoken, so funny, and you like always have our backs, and we're so
Grateful.
We're
Like,
so
really
thankful
grateful
for you.
because I know it doesn't matter, but like when you see like something that you said that like you thought was brave and like there's a bunch of likes and retweets, like it just makes you feel more validated, and that's a terrible way to live, but it is the world we live in, you know?
No, and it's the game we play, so.
If you're new here, welcome to The Morning Toast. We're the Millennial Morning Show. We go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. So feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you're watching live on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe. We have tons of new content coming out always. If you're a podcaster and you're listening to this for the first time from a podcast, we are available everywhere Monday through Friday, usually around noon, 1 o'clock. iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, literally anywhere, iHeartRadio, anywhere you can listen to podcasts. If you're new here and you want even more, we have a Patreon account, www.patreon.com/morningtoast. We do 5 extra episodes a month for about $9, and it's pretty premium. It's videos, it's audio, it's podcasts. It's going to be this cool new radio show that I'm developing.
It's going to be really fun. We're doing the most fun episode tomorrow. We are doing Drunk Get Ready with us, a la Chloe and Kylie. And I'm really excited to get drunk.
We love you guys so much. Have a great weekend. Just like enjoy, have fun. It's one of the last weekends of summer, so just fucking throw your hair down and get a White Claw. Love you.
A toast to the wild ones.
Also the good life.
And the lovers.
You and I.